Hello students, today I am going to start the third lesson, two stories about flying. Two stories about flying. About flying. In this chapter there are two parts. So today I am going to start the first part, and according to the syllabus of unit test 1, we have to learn only the first part. The first part is his first flight. His first flight. And this lesson is learned by Liam O. Flaherty. Liam O. Flaherty. So now we are going to learn the first chapter, first lesson, his first flight, from the chapter 2 stories about flight. His first flight. The young seagull was alone on his ledge. You know seagull? Seagull is a bird, a kind of bird, and the young seagull, that means it's a child, a newborn child. The seagull was alone on his ledge, in his habitat, that is ledge, a kind of habitat where the birds sleep. So the young seagull was alone on his ledge. His two brothers and his sisters had already flown away the day before. That means his two brothers and his sister, who were of same age, they had flown away just one day before, but he could not. He has been afraid to fly with them. Look, he had been afraid. He was not so courageous to fly with them. That means he had not started to fly. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward, the blink of the edge, to the blink of the edge, and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. That means, seeing that his brothers and his sister had flown away, he also tried and ran towards the blink of the ledge. That means that was just the last point where he had to run, but he became afraid there. He could not fly. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. And from there he saw that there was so much down. Across there was only sea, and he was afraid that he would fall there. He felt certain that his wings would never support him, so he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. Reaching there, he was so much afraid that he thought his wings would not support him. His wings would not help him, and this made him very frightened, and he came back to the place where he had slept the night. Even when each of his brothers and his little sisters, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, but his brothers and sisters, whose wings were shorter than him, they had run away, they had flew away, but he could not. Flapped their wings and flew away. That means they flew away. He failed to muster up courage to take that plunge, which appeared to him so desperate. He could not brought the courage. He could not make the courage. He was not so bold to fly away from that brink. His father and mother had come around, calling to him shrilly, upbraiding him, threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. That means his parents, his mother and father, came to him, flying round and round, upbraiding him, encouraging him, scolding him, also threatening him that if he did not fly, they would not give him any food to eat. But for the life of him, he could not move. But he was so much afraid that he could not fly. That was 24 hours ago, and it had passed. 24 hours had passed. Since then, nobody had come near him, and when he went to his ledge again, that nobody of his family come to him. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. Just a day before, he had seen that his parents, his mother and father, were teaching his brothers and sisters how to fly, how to dive for to catch fish, how to skim the waves. That means every art of flying. The parents were teaching his brothers and sisters the every art of flying and to catch fish. He had in fact seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour it standing on a rock while his parents circled round raising a proud crackle. He also had seen that his brother had caught a herring, a kind of fish from the sea, and also he had devoured standing on a rock. He had devoured the fish standing on a rock, and his parents had become very happy seeing that their one child had learned to fly and also to catch fish. And all the morning, the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him with his cowardice. And the whole family, they were not satisfied at his performance, at his courage, at his behavior, that they moved or flew away whole the day, talking him or telling him that he was very coward, or showing him that he was very coward. The sun was now ascending the sky, blazing on his ledge that faced the south. Now the sun was ascending in the sky. It was getting heat, and also his ledge where he was sleeping, where it was facing the south. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. And he felt the heat, that means he was feeling heat because he had not eaten anything for the last day. That means his stomach was completely empty. He stepped slowly out to the brink of the ledge and standing on one with the other leg hidden under his wing, he closed one eye, then the other. Look here. He came out from his ledge and came to the open ground, and what he did, he stood on his one leg and also closed one eye, then the other, and pretended to be falling asleep and showed that he was falling asleep. That means he was trying to attract his parents. Still, they took no notice of him. Still, their parents or that means his parents or his brother or sister did not notice of him. He saw his two brothers and his sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. And he saw that his two brothers and his sister were lying on the plateau, dozing, and also they had sunk their heads in their necks. His father was preening the feathers on his white back. That means his father was also that means was maintaining his feathers, his back feathers. Only his mother was looking at him. From that family, only his mother was looking at him. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau. At that time, his mother was standing on a high plateau looking at him. Her white breast thrust forward, and her white breast was seen from there. Now and again, she tore at a piece of fish that lay at her feet, and then scraped each side of her beak on the rock. Look. Now, what she was doing? She was trying to attract the attention of the bird, because what was she doing? She was tearing the fish into pieces and also scraping the beak on the rock, that making it sharp. The sight of the food maddened him, and when he saw the sight of the food, it maddened him. How he moved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and again to wet it. Look, he would also like to do the same thing what his mother was doing. It was his favorite. Ga ga ga, he cried, begging her to bring him some food. Seeing that the mother was tearing the fish he became very, he felt very hungry and made a sound to call her to give him some food. Gao kol ah, she screamed back derisively and showing some stupidness. She did not care about him, but he kept calling plaintively, and after a minute or so uttered a joyful scream. But the bird kept on crying, calling his mother, and after a few minutes he became very happy. He started crying happily. His mother had picked up a piece of the fish and was flying across to him. Look here. Now he saw that his mother was carrying a piece of fish, and flew over to him. He leaned out eagerly. Now he leaned out eagerly to get the food, tapping the rock with his feet, and also he tapped the rock on the feet, trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. And he also tried to get nearer when she came to him. But when she was just opposite to him, she halted. But when the mother came just before him, she halted. She did not come closer. Her wings motionless, and she became silent. Her wings were motionless. That means she was still. The piece of fish in her beak almost within reach of his beak. That means the piece of fish in the mother's beak was just in the reach of the beak of the bird. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer. And the bird was surprised why his mother was not coming nearer to him. And then, maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish, and seeing the food, he could not control himself, and he dived over the fish. With a loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards into space. And when he jumped for the piece of fish, he started screaming because he was moving downwards and upwards. Then a monstrous terror seized him, and his heart stood still. Then something had happened. He was become so frightened, and his heart stood still. That means he became silent. He could hear nothing. He could not listen anything. But it only lasted a minute. But it was just for a minute. The next moment he felt his wings spread outwards, and the next moment he felt that his wings had spread. His wings had spread. The wind rushed against his breast feathers, and the wind, that means whatever when he was going upwards and downwards, he felt the wind was rushing into his breast, then under his stomach, and again his wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. He also felt that the wings were cutting the air. That means the wings had started working. He was not falling headlong now, or now he was not falling straight. He was soaring gradually towards and outwards, downwards and outward. That means he started moving this and that way. Now in the air he started moving or flying in this way, going down and going up, going down and going up. He was no longer afraid. He just felt a bit dizzy. Now he felt what you can say, tiresome. Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upward. Ga ga ga, gao kal ga. His mother swooped past him, her wings making loud noise. That means when he flapped his wings once, he also heard his mother crying and going just beside him, flying just beside him. He answered her with another scream. He also answered. Then his father flew over him screaming. Then his father also came flying over them. He saw his two brothers and his sisters flying around him, carpeting and banking and soaring and diving. Then he saw that his two brother and sister also came there flying. That means carpeting and banking and soaring. That means whatever arts they knew, they had learned in the air during flying, they were doing. Then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly. Now the bird also had forgotten that he was not able to fly before, and commanded himself to dive and soar and curve, striking slyly. Look, now he also started learning all the arts of flying in the air. He was near the sea now, flying straight over it, facing straight out over the ocean. Now he was near the sea, flying over it, and going straight to the ocean. He saw a vast green sea beneath him, with little ridges moving over it, and he turned his beak sideways and cawed amusedly. Now, when he saw that he was able to fly over the sea, he became very happy. He became very happy. His parents and his brothers and sister had landed on this green flooring ahead of him. That means ahead of him, his parents, his brother and sister had landed. They were beckoning to him, calling slyly, and they were also instructing him. They were beckoning him that to come to fly slyly. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. That means he dropped his legs. That means he also tried to land on this green place, that means on the sea. His legs sank into it, and when he first put his legs on the sea, it sank. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. Now in a fearful manner, he screamed and attempted to flap his wings, but he was tired and weak with hunger and could not rise. But when he was there, he was so much tired and also weak, because he had not eaten anything for 2 days. He could not rise from the water. Exhausted by the strange exercise, and also he had become very weak. What you can say, that means he was exhausted completely. His feet sank into the green sea, and then his belly touched it, and he sank no further. Then his belly touched the water, and he felt that he was not sinking, he was not drowning. He was floating on it. He was floating on it, and around him his family was screaming, praising him, and their beaks were offering him scraps of dogfish. Look here. Now he felt that he was floating on the water, and his family were all around him. They were praising him. They were giving him food to eat. He had made his first flight, and by this way, he had made his first flight. So students, you have learned this lesson today, the first flight, how the bird first learned to fly for the first time. And so if you have any problem, you can ask me through my personal WhatsApp, and tomorrow I will give you the important questions, board model questions to write at home. Thank you.